Welcome to the SBI Securities Morning Bytes. As always, we will cover global market updates, key corporate developments, and economic events to be tracked, as well as trading and investment strategy for the next week. Starting with global cues, the US markets ended mixed on Friday, with the Dow Jones ending 0.1% in the green. However, S&P 500 and the tech-heavy Nasdaq ended in the red. Nasdaq was down 1.2%. This was on back of the rise in oil prices and rising inflation expectations in the US. Coming to Indian markets, despite the geopolitical tension that began last week post the Palestine terror group Hamas launching a surprise attack on Israel, Indian equity benchmark indices managed to close on a positive note last week. Nifty ended 0.5% higher. The mid and small caps continued to outperform. Domestic themes like real estate and railway continued to rally. The realty index touched a 15-year high last week. In terms of crude oil, so Brent crude saw a sharp surge on Friday, up 6% with touching the $91 per barrel mark on back of Israel planning to launch a major ground attack on Gaza. And fears are that this conflict could spread to other regions in the Middle East and pull in more countries like Lebanon, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and even the USA. So crude prices on the boil once again. The dollar index also continues to be above the 106 mark, so at 106.5. In terms of fund flows in our markets, there were no major institutional volumes on Friday, both from FII as well as DIIs. But for the week, FIIs net sold 3,470 crores odd, and DIIs continued to buy with providing buying support of about 7,000 crores last week. In key actionables, so over the weekend, we have had some second quarter FY24 result updates. So first up, starting with Avenue Supermarts, that is DMart. The revenue was up 19% YOY. However, the margin missed estimates and also degrew. So at 8% versus 9% YOY and QOQ. So fall in margins, and this also led to PAT declining 9% YOY. The stock is extremely expensive with a P multiple of 90 times FY24 and 71 times FY25 earnings. And therefore, on this set of disappointing results, the short to medium term outlook on the stock is negative, and it should open with a red tick on Monday. Dalmia Bharat, the company saw 7% volume growth YOY in Q2, and revenue was also up 6% YOY. EBITDA, however, was up 55% YOY, and margin also improved significantly. And both EBITDA as well as the margin was above estimates. This was mainly due to the power and fuel cost, which saw a sharp decline, down 26% YOY and 12% quarter on quarter. So overall, positive set of numbers from Dalmia Bharat. Texmaco Rail and Engineering, the company reported very strong set of results. Revenue was up 66% YOY, EBITDA was up 77%, and profit was also up 67% YOY. This is a wagon manufacturing company, and the company has also decided to demerge its EPC rail and renewable power business into another company called Belgaria Engineering Udyog Private Limited. So shareholders of Texmaco Rail will receive one share of Belgaria Engineering for every 3 shares of Texmaco Rail that they are holding. And this demerged business will be about 30% of the total revenue currently. In some other major corporate developments, so Tata Motors, the stock was up 5% on Friday, and post-market we received news that Tata Motors will sell 9.9% stake in Tata Technologies, which is going for an IPO. So this will be a pre-IPO round wherein Tata Motors will sell this close to 10% stake for about 1600 crores, and this money will be utilized to cut Tata Motors debt, so positive for Tata Motors. Zomato has announced plans to launch hyperlocal delivery service called Extreme. So this service will compete with Swiggy, Instamart, and Big Basket in the grocery delivery space. Adani Enterprises. So, Ministry of Corporate Affairs has initiated investigation into the account books of Mumbai International Airport as well as Navi Mumbai International Airport, which are subsidiaries of Adani Enterprises. However, company has clarified that these investigations are for the period of FY18 to FY22, and the airport's business acquisition by Adani Enterprises was completed only in FY22. So this issue pertains to prior to the acquisition of Adani Enterprises. So no major impact should be seen on Adani Enterprises. Ashok Leyland, the company bagged an order from Tamil Nadu State Transport Undertaking for close to 1600 BS6 diesel buses. So major contract received for Ashok Leyland, and positive for the company. In key events today, so India's WPI inflation for the month of September will be released. And in key results today, Cyient, DLM, CIAT, Federal Bank, Bank of Maharashtra, also Geo Financial Services will be reporting its numbers, as well as Nelco. So overall, we are now heading into full throttle into the earnings season, and result and stock specific action can be expected. The geopolitical situation continues to be tight, with Israel-Palestine conflict expected to escalate. So markets will closely track this, as also Brent crude prices, US bond yields, and the dollar index. That's it. Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.